Have you ever wondered if someone could actually cheat death? Well, one man made a career out of it. We're talking about the one, the only Harry Houdini, the master of escape, the king of cuffs, and a name that has become synonymous with magic and impossible feats. But how did a man born as Eric Weiss in Budapest become the world's most famous magician? Let's unlock the story. Born in 1874, young Eric moved to the United States with his family. From an early age, he was fascinated by magic. He started his career in dime museums and sideshows, performing classic card tricks and small-scale illusions with his brother. He even called himself the King of Cards, but card tricks weren't going to make him a superstar. He needed something more dramatic, something that would leave audiences breathless. He found his calling in escapes. Inspired by the French magician Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin, he adopted the stage name Houdini. His first big break was escaping from a pair of police handcuffs. This wasn't just a trick. It was a challenge to authority itself. He would walk into a local police station, often with reporters in tow, and challenge the officers to lock him up. Minutes later, he would emerge, completely free, holding the cuffs in his hand. This brilliant marketing move made him an instant sensation. Soon, handcuffs were too easy. Houdini's escapes became grander and more dangerous. He was sealed in milk cans filled with water, locked inside nailed-up packing crates and thrown into rivers, and even suspended upside down in a straitjacket from the top of a skyscraper. One of his most famous and dangerous acts was the Chinese water torture cell. He would be lowered upside down, his ankles locked in stocks into a glass tank filled with water. The audience would watch, holding their breath as minutes ticked by. Every single time, just when it seemed impossible, he would emerge, soaking wet but triumphant. Houdini was more than just a performer. He was a master of self-promotion and a brilliant innovator. He understood the power of the press and knew how to create a spectacle. He was also an incredible athlete. His escapes required immense physical strength, flexibility, and the ability to hold his breath for an astonishingly long time. He trained relentlessly, conditioning his body to withstand the extreme pressures of his stunts. He was also a skilled locksmith and had an encyclopedic knowledge of locks, knots, and restraints. But there was another side to Houdini. In his later years, he dedicated himself to a new mission, debunking spiritualists and psychics who claimed to contact the dead. After his beloved mother died, Houdini desperately wanted to believe in the afterlife. He attended seances hoping for a genuine connection, but all he found were frauds preying on the grief of others. Using his knowledge of trickery and illusion, he exposed their methods one by one. He even testified before the U.S. Congress, advocating for a law to ban fortune-telling for profit. The end of Houdini's life is shrouded in as much mystery as his illusions. In October 1926, a college student backstage asked if it was true that Houdini could withstand any punch to the stomach. Before Houdini could prepare himself, the student struck him several times. While it's not certain this caused his death, Houdini was already suffering from appendicitis. He ignored the pain and continued to perform, but a few days later, he collapsed. On Halloween of 1926, Harry Houdini died from a ruptured appendix. The world's greatest escape artist could not escape his own mortality. Even in death, Houdini planned one last trick. He arranged a secret code with his wife, Bess, a 10-word phrase that he would communicate to her from beyond the grave if it were possible. For 10 years, Bess held a séance on Halloween, hoping to hear the code. It never came. Harry Houdini wasn't just a magician. He was a cultural icon who pushed the limits of human possibility. He showed the world that with enough determination, skill, and a little bit of showmanship, you could escape from almost anything. His legacy continues to inspire magicians and entertainers to this day, reminding us all of the power of a great escape. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the life of a legend, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing stories. See you next time.